All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to 1 Million Cups Chico Chapter. My name is Tim Sharkey, and I am one of the organizers here for the Chico Chapter 1 Million Cups. Welcome. Thank you for spending your morning and your time coming to the presentation and helping a future entrepreneur go through his ideas, tell his story, and hopefully give him some good insight and feedback, and not only on just brainstorming, but maybe some of your failures and some of your successes that may help push them along on a faster path to success. And that's what the Kauffman Foundation has tried to create with 1 Million Cups. And right now across the United States, there are 150 more other chapters getting together, having their coffee, trying to make sure the electronics work, make sure the coffee pot works, getting the kids online while still doing it, and showing up and providing the support and the knowledge and the experience onto other people, because right now during this pandemic, more businesses are closing every day and may not open up again. So this is an open door platform to your entrepreneurial ecosystem where you live. So please find other people to bring to these presentations. Share about 1 Million Cups and the Kauffman Foundation and how we can help you start your own business, come up with your own ideas, help solidify those ideas and make them come to fruition. So that's what 1 Million Cups is about, taking the community and making it better and starting another small business one at a time, because that's the backbone of our country. And it's going to be more and more that way. So since we can all work remotely now, we all understand that we can do most of it that way. Now's the best time to start a small business, get online, start your own blog, do your own podcast, be creative, and get out there. So 1 Million Cups, how did it get its name? It is all because the accumulated 1 million cups of coffee it takes every day to get up and get all these things done that we just talked about. So we have it in the morning. You have it with your crazy neighbor Bob, crazy cousin Bob, crazy uncle Bob, and they're all talking about their ideas. Every day you have coffee with them, so bring them. Tell them, you know what, I got somewhere where you need to go and talk. So this is a platform to bring those crazy uncles, neighbors, Bobs, cousins, and aunts, because we all have a crazy Auntie Bobby. So today, I want to thank our sponsors, which is Mr. Kent Hastings. He's one of our awesome sponsors, shows up when we're out in the field, does our audio and video. It's very much appreciated because now that I'm doing it in-house, even though it's not as complex or elaborate as what he does, I do appreciate the time and the effort he puts in, because it does take time and effort. So thank you very much, Kent. It's very nice of you to donate your time and your talents. We also have Eva Shepard here. She's with Chico Start, Executive Director. We're missing Wendy Porter with the community colleges and Butte Community College. And myself, Tim Sharkey with Chico Start, Operations Manager. I think all of us have been around since the start of it. Me, Wendy, Eva, and Kent. So it's been over 3 years. So we're the long haulers in this. And hopefully we have another, 3, 5, 6 years doing this, and see how many businesses actually come to fruition and are successful. And that's our goal here. So today I'd like to present.
Hold on. I'm going to interject 1 second and thank our sponsors. We have 2 new sponsors.
2.
So while we have organizers, we also have 2 new sponsors. One is Explore Butte.
Oh, yes.
That's right. So we really want to give them a shout out and talk about highlighting our community. They do a phenomenal job. And the other new sponsor we have is build.com.
Bill, thank you, Bill. Thank you, Explore Butte. We're going to put those both on the sponsor list on the page. Thank you, new sponsors. We very much appreciate it. So I'd like to introduce our presenter today. His name is Maxwell Fitzpatrick. And Maxwell is going to be talking to us about Max Fitzpatrick Media and his new company that he's launching. He is a Chico State student. He has presented this idea and actually won a nice small grant to get things launched and running. So now he has put together a nice presentation. He's starting to implement some of his ideas, And now he's going to present to us what he's going to be doing in our community and how he's going to become a successful entrepreneur. So Maxwell, you have 6 minutes. And after that, we're going to take a small break, jump back on, and then we'll have 20 minutes of Q&A. Maxwell, you have the floor, and you can hit the present button. Share should be on.
How's it going, everyone? Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. I'm really excited to share my business idea with everyone. It's a pleasure to be on 1 Million Cups, and thank you to all the sponsors and everyone that's able to make this happen. All right, I'll try to speak as fast as I can here. My name, like Tim said, my name is Max Fitzpatrick. I'm the founder of Max Fitzpatrick Media. It's a real estate videography company. And I'm just going to give you a brief background of where it all started. I think it's impossible to talk about my entrepreneurship venture without mentioning my background. And I was born in a very entrepreneurial household. My mother is the Sherry Fitzpatrick of Sherry's Berries. For those who don't know that, it's a multi-million-dollar national gourmet chocolate dip strawberry company. And that's kind of where it all started. My father was also an entrepreneurial and had a couple of his businesses acquired. So she definitely made a very, very strong imprint on who I am as a person. So I'll give you a little timeline as well. I used to be the filmer and editor of the school news. I was the guy that dressed up in a little suit in front of my high school and gave the news. And I did all the intro videos and outro videos, and that's kind of where my love for video started. When I went to Butte College, I wanted to be a real estate agent. I took 3 real estate classes my first semester and wanted to drop out and get my license and start selling homes until I soonly figured out that no one's gonna want to list their home with an 18-year-old that doesn't know what he's doing. So went back to school, got a job as the VP of marketing for a local startup company where I did a lot of video production, a lot of social media marketing, a lot of content management. I then went to Chico State and started my entrepreneurship journey as an entrepreneurship and small business management major. Met a couple amazing people, such as everyone here today. So that's kind of where I started. David Ron's on the call. He was one of my first professors at Chico State, and I pitched him my my videography company. I wanted to kind of blend my 2 passions in real estate and video, and I created Max Fitzpatrick Media. I entered in the Accelerator Fund pitch competition at Chico State, and I won a $5,000 grant, which then gave me the ability to create Max Fitzpatrick Media and get the gear that was necessary to have. So the problem that I pitched was, as you guys know, video is in the highest demand it's ever been in history. Any content creator ever, any company, any solopreneur, anyone that has a business needs quality video to market their products and services. 95% of people watch a video before purchasing a product. I think that's a pretty fair number. I think we all do that. We're all on social media and whatnot, looking at videos.
Did you freeze, Max?
Uh-oh, what happened? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're still going.
What happened there? Do you guys?
Just a glitch.
Okay. Anyways, so.
I think the share screen turned off.
Okay.
It's all part of the new world.
So there is a very high demand for video, and there isn't a lot of supply, especially in the real estate market. Real estate agents are kind of famously known to not spend a lot of marketing and try to do it themselves. And I wanted to kind of recreate that idea and have real estate agents, not just real estate agents, but anyone that's marketing a home, spend more money and invest in themselves in the videos, and kind of innovate and change the real estate marketing industry. And it has not really changed that much since the 80s. We still see, people doing a lot of word of mouth and open houses and yard signs, right? Like I want to we wanted to change that that culture of the real estate industry and innovate. This is a pretty interesting quote that just came out not too long ago, and I think it speaks very strongly for my company. You know, most people say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, video is worth 1.8 million words, and video is king of the internet. So like I said, I believe that every single real estate listing needs its own video, very high quality video that captures the essence of the property, also its own landing page, and as much content as possible. I think it's a necessary thing for every real estate agent and person who's listing a home to have that in their arsenal. And we're, like I said, we're trying to reinvent the real estate marketing industry. And how we're going to do that is through video, aerial photography with the use of drone, and custom web design. So, you know, like I said, every listing has its own landing page, and we also offer different packages as well that I'll get to in a second, which is going to differentiate us from the competition, such as social media management, branding, and paid media. Real estate agents are almost like, you know, a solo entrepreneur. They need marketing, they need sales, they need help with all this stuff, and you know, and they're not getting it at all, and they think that they kind of have to do it themselves. So we're here to help. The way we're different, our competitive edge, is mostly in our marketing strategies. I can sit here and say that we're going to have better equipment and better videos and better expertise, but you know, there's people that have been doing it far longer than I have. So I'm not going to be able to promise any. I'm going to be able to promise a very well done product, but it's not going to be significantly better than a competitor's video, because you know, video, everyone's doing video now. How we're going to be better is branding and positioning. We're not going to sell ourselves as a way to sell homes faster, which is true. Videos or listings with videos on average seem to sell a lot faster than those without. But we are going to position ourselves as a way to build a portfolio to get their next listing. And it's not always just about selling the current listing. It's about the future and building a portfolio to get the next listing down the road. And that's really important for real estate agents, because it's not a very secure job. You have to work hard to get those next listings, and we're going to help that. And also the target market, we're not just going to go after real estate agents. We're going after the end consumer as well. So people who have B&Bs, Airbnbs, listing their homes to sell, and Airbnb is a monster. And you know, just like the old mining saying, you know, we're not going to be a miner. We're going to sell the shovels and the jeans to the miners. We're going to piggyback off of Airbnb, and we're going to attack that market of everyone trying to list their home on Airbnb, and contact them and create a high quality video for them. And like I said, our sales strategy, I met with 5 real estate agents and developers, and every single one of them had a piece of advice for me. They said, don't just offer one package. Most photographers, most videographers offer one package. They either offer one photography package or one videography package, but we're going to offer many different packages at all different price points. And this is kind of just an example of kind of what it's going to look like. So we're going to have photography, like I said, branding. We're going to always obviously have the videos, but we're also going to do that next step of maybe running ads, creating a website, right? We're going to offer a starter package all the way from an executive package. So any real estate can work with us. Any real estate agent can work with us. Anyone listing a home on Airbnb can work with us. And we're going to help everyone that wants a premium video of their property. And kind of what's next for Max Fitzpatrick Media. I'm in the process of building my website. I'm in a class called 455 called Web-Based Entrepreneurship at Chico State, and we're about to embark on the first steps of creating our website. After that, I need to assemble a team. Right now, it's just me, and I have a bunch of people interested in possibly working with me, and it's about after the website's built and after I acquire a few customers, which I already have, it's time to grow the team. And then after that, it's about perfecting the craft, right? So creating the best possible video that we will have or we will be able to make. And that's our next steps. And we're very excited to go on this journey. And I don't know how long that was. Hopefully it was somewhere close to 6 minutes.
I think 2 minutes over.
Okay. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. I feel like I burnt through that, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation.
I'm sure we have a few questions for you, more than a few. So let's take this 1 minute break, flip off, and then flip right back on, and we'll get to the Q&A when we get back. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you made it back.
Back. Should I keep sharing my screen or?
Yeah, it worked all the way through. Oh, you're not doing it now though.
You can put it back on if we have questions. You can pop back to them if you want.
Okay.
So I have a few questions for you, Max. On the website with your class, what's the goal of the class? To take this business concept and actually have a finished product by the end of the semester and have a working website so you can start launching items, or is it just more the programming theory? What's going to help you there?
Well, so the goal of the class is a lot of different things. We've done a bunch of different small assignments so far. I think this week we're creating a name. So obviously every student is in a different part of their journey, right? I would say that I'm kind of further along than most. Some people don't even have an idea; they're kind of just winging it, and so they're trying to get through the class. But yes, there is a WordPress chapter, or maybe a few chapters, where we it's in the next following couple of weeks. So I'm really, really excited to start creating my website. And I kind of just fell in love with graphic design. And, you know, I created this PowerPoint and in like a couple of days, and I just created my logo, and I've kind of fallen in love with the content creation and the graphic design. So that's the goal of the class for me, at least, is the website. Cause that's the only piece of the puzzle that I haven't kind of created so far.
Do you have a basic splash page up? Just says Max Fitzpatrick, stay tuned, under construction.
I don't, but that's a good idea. My
up and running for you, at least.
Yeah, my mother, Sherry Fitzpatrick, bought my domain name maxfitzpatrick.com during the .com burst, and that redirects to buriedinchocolate.com, her new company. So if you want to find me, go buy some chocolate.
Oh, by the way, I'm a happy Sherry's Berries customer, so
that's awesome.
It was. I've actually heard of it. I've actually used the product. That's great for like a Mother's Day thing. And,
yeah, she's probably gonna watch this, so she'd kill me if I didn't say something about it. But Sherry's Berries was acquired from her, and she started a new company called Buried in Chocolate. So if you wanna get the real stuff, you got to go to buriedinchocolate.com.
Buried in chocolate, nice. So Max, on your price points and your first year, what kind of revenue do you think you could generate, and do you think you could be sustainable to yourself to actually pursue a team? Like, what kind of timelines do you have for that?
That's a really good question. Like I said, I'm still in school. I'm still the VP marketing for a startup company, so this is kind of like on the back burner, at least for me right now. You know, I have some priorities such as school and work that I'm putting most of my energy in, and the CEO Club, the Collegiate Entrepreneurship Organization at Chico State. And this is just kind of like my passion project right now. But once I graduate school, I'm going to be taking it a lot more seriously. I graduate next spring. And I think hypothetically, after next semester ends, and let's say I do quit my job and I do this full time, I think it's definitely self-sustaining for myself. But I'm willing to invest in somebody else, even though if we're not making a profit, I'm willing to build the company and create as much revenue as possible and reinvest all that money back into the company and grow the team. Because I think this company does have a lot of legs, and I think it's going to be more than just my passion project in the following couple of years.
Do you have any equipment to do the virtual tours, or is there anything that you like for that?
So I call my videos kind of the virtual tour. I know a lot of videographers call just a normal video recorded with a camera and some drone work as a virtual tour. I think like are you referring to like the 360 kind of virtual tour?
Yeah, I thought maybe that's what you were talking about. Yeah, where you can kind of.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I do not have that equipment. That equipment is getting is pretty expensive right now, but there's a lot of technology coming out that is making Matterport and other virtual reality forms of that extremely inexpensive and affordable. I know I just actually researched a company called, I think, Aerospace. So I'll have to get it to you guys, but it's pretty much an app you download on your phone, and you buy a camera piece for your phone.
Yeah.
And you pretty much can record Matterport and 2D tours, 2D overviews, and a virtual reality walkthrough through a home. So although that's not like my priority right now, I think that will definitely be a part of my company in the following year or so.
Yeah. I don't have any of that gear, but it looks interesting for what your application is.
Yeah.
And for drone, you're using a DJI thing, or is that your drone, or are you? Whatever?
Yeah. DJI. I got the Mavic Air 2.
Nice.
With the money from the accelerator fund.
Well, the drone looks like if you're selling a big resort or something like that, that that overflight really is important. I don't know about a single family house, but certainly, certain things are going to be like a bed and breakfast. If it's multiple units, that looks like good, because here's a wonderful estate that's on the views and.
Yeah, the drone is important. I mean, one, it's engaging, right? As far as like a user experience, people are going to want to watch a video with a drone. And it's a good selling point because you get to see the neighborhood, you get to see the houses next door, you get to see how much acreage it has. I'm able to draw a property line on an aerial view to see exactly where the property starts and where it ends. So that's important too. Homeowners want to know exactly what's theirs when they buy the home. And so the drone's important for many different things.
So I'd like to chime in for a second. One, what you just said about it being more engaging is something I'd like to encourage you to add to your value proposition. Because there's one thing to state the facts that more people are using videos to make purchasing decisions and things like that, but there's nothing to, you're also selling an experience, right? And so you want to, and as part of that, it will be engaging for people to be on your website. I'm sure of it, but it's kind of something else you kind of want to share as part of the purchasing experience. Would be my advice. My questions are, have you been able to capture all the startup costs yet? Or are you still working through that?
I think I've been able to capture all of them. So the $5,000 went very far. I was able to buy my dream camera, which shoots just incredible video, a wide angle lens to make the homes look large, a beautiful drone that's small, easy to pack and transport, and also shoots amazing footage, and then a DJI stabilizer gimbal, which arguably I think is the best gimbal out there to buy right now. So, and to be with that, after I got all the equipment, I kind of thought, I'm like, well, dang, how am I going to be able to edit this 4K video with all these animations and drone footage? You know, my Mac laptop's not going to be able to do that. So what I'm on right now is 27-inch iMac with a lot of RAM and gigahertz speed. So I'm able to, you know, edit pretty seamlessly 4K and do all that stuff. So I think with just those pieces in mind, I think I will be able to do everything that I need to do.
Okay, so
Are you using Final Cut?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Ken.
Alright.
I was just asking, since you did talk about the Mac, Final Cut's a typical thing. Is that what you're doing?
I do Premiere Pro. I'm mostly in the Adobe suite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, but I'm on a Windows. So. All right.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it for sure.
Okay, my next question has to do with customer acquisition costs. Have you talked to other people that are doing drone real estate videos and gotten an idea of what it's taken to get to a place where they can forecast their customer acquisition costs?
I have not specifically spoke with too many people who do real estate video. I actually have a friend in high school that's doing it in a different market in Sacramento. And I have been meaning to call him. He actually started a pretty decent company called Dynamic Cinema Productions in Sacramento. And I think I definitely need to talk to him and figure out more about the logistics. But as far as customer acquisition cost, I don't think I have a number for that for you. I think it ranges, since I do have a couple different target markets. You know, one being the consumer, one being the real estate agent. The real estate agent would be more of like a partnership, and I've spoken with multiple people at Century 21 just right down the road in Chico, and there's multiple of the agents that want to you know, provide me with listings to shoot. So that seems like something like that, where I almost partner with the Century 21 group, and then I can do videos for all the agents in house. That's not something that I really want to do. I'd rather be more kind of, you know, on a case by case basis, working with singular agents. And as far as the consumer, I think it's as easy as going on Airbnb and reaching out to everyone and providing my value proposition and seeing if it's something that they'd be interested in.
Yeah, and I'm only asking not because I expect you to have all these answers, just in case you've started, because you've been very open about where you are in your journey. So I think your Airbnb idea is bomb. I think that's great. And I think it'd be an easy way to build your portfolio as well. And maybe be able to squeeze it in between, you know, the 50 other things you're doing.
Yeah, no, I kind of had a revelation the other night. I was driving home from my home in Placerville and listening to a podcast of Tim Ferriss, and they were talking about entrepreneurship. And like I mentioned earlier, you know, not recreating Uber, but creating a supplemental product for Uber, or not creating a new Google, but creating a supplemental product for Google, because these behemoths aren't going anywhere. So to piggyback on their product and kind of ride it into the sunset is what most entrepreneurships are doing right now. And he used an example of Airbnb, and I just like, wait a second, I think that would be a perfect market for myself, my services, because Airbnb, for those who have used it, it's a special product and it's not going anywhere, and it's going to get large. There's only going to be more competitors, and there's only going to be more people listing their homes on Airbnb. And on average, the Airbnb listings are usually luxury, or if not just below luxury, they're nice homes.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, multi-million-dollar homes, especially in California. And I think that every single one of them deserves a very professional, engaging, heart-wrenching video of their listing. So I think that's a big market.
Deserves the max treatment, right?
Exactly, yes.
All right, good job.
Max treatment. We gotta write that down.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah, I
max.
like that max treatment.
Yeah,
That's a
there you
good
go.
one.
It has so many different connotations.
Yeah.
I'll let you trademark that. Okay. We'll go.
I'll write it. I'll rewatch the video and take it from there.
What time is it? I'm afraid we have a few more minutes. So Max, you said you have talked to other real estate agents. What different industries in the real estate have you talked to? Like just residential?
So I actually spoke with, so I've spoken with agents, I've spoken with brokers, I've spoken with developers, and from all of my primary market research, I think it's a common opinion that every home, everything being built, every building that's out there, every business, everything needs more content, professionally made content. I spoke with a developer in Chico, and she said that she's working on this new development, and they don't have any content really. They don't have any Matterport. They don't have any virtual walkthroughs. They don't, so what business or what consumer is going to want to invest in that development without ever being able to see it? And the sooner the better, right? So things like that, commercial, residential, private, like the Airbnb or just a normal B&B, all those things, I think, just like anything nowadays, I'm sure the grocery outlet, needs more content of their grocery store. So
I was even thinking contractors, especially in Paradise, with all the contractors going to work building homes, to do like an in progress portfolio for them, to say, okay, here's a drone of the property before, here's during it, and then a whole thing of it just shows how it gets built and kind of the project around it. And I'm sure a bunch of those different contractors would love having that in their portfolio, because that would be huge. From the ground up, and then doing pictures inside and outside, and then it's finally done, and testimonials from their customers. That's where I just got that from, like you're saying, from the commercial developments, but more construction side. And there's just going to be so many new contractors in California just building new homes. There's just so many destroyed. So that's
that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. One of the agents I spoke with, she's in Roseville, and she does a lot of business in Chico and Paradise. And once I told her, I was just interviewing her for a class, and once I told her my services, she her mouth dropped, and she's like, I have, like 5 mobile homes in Paradise that are going in like next month, and I don't have any photographs, I don't have any videos, I don't have any content of any of them. She's like, could you do all 5 of them? And I'm like, and so that's why I'm not doing much marketing of my services right now, because I don't think I can deliver in this time, in this season of my life. That's the reason why I didn't want to be a real estate agent, because I knew I wanted to go all in. If I didn't want to go to school, I didn't want to go, I didn't want to work at In-N-Out Burger. I wanted to sell homes 24/7, like literally all day long. And I'm kind of a workaholic. So just like this, I don't want to be half baked. I want to go all in. So it's hard to market my services right now, knowing that I won't be able to, deliver on what I want the videos to look like.
I used to work at Remax of San Francisco, and that was back in the 80s, a million years ago. But now I noticed that I thought I saw something where they were having some financial troubles, but there is a Remax of Chico. Those guys tend to be more individual agents, or more independent. You might look into them.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of stuff. I've been working at a call center in Oroville for the fires. So all the, like Berry Creek and all these people, they've been doing drone footage of each parcel as much as they can. So if you go to the sheriff, buttecounty.net/sheriff, there's a thing that says 360 panoramic view. So if you want to look at all the things in Berry Creek, you look at the little map points and you click on that and you get a little panoramic view. You can see if the property is destroyed or not, that kind of thing. So and CAL FIRE's been doing these assessments, but be that as it may, there's a lot of this insurance adjustment type thing going on around here for all these different communities that have been burnt to the ground. So I don't know.
Insurance would be another really big market for the future. So when you're building out your business plan and you're looking at how you have a 5 to 8 year projection.
Yeah, the drone videography just in general is getting pretty saturated, not only with the drone pilots, but with drone demand. So I have a buddy that has the same exact drone as I do, and he works full time. I don't know exactly what you call it, scouting trees or spotting trees. He works for like a subcontractor for PG&E, and he just goes through and they mark the trees that they're gonna fall. He does a lot of agricultural stuff for farms and like trees. So like what trees need to be sprayed, what trees have wind damage, all that stuff. And there's a lot of software and apps that are being developed to specifically for drones to be able to spot certain things on agriculture, like whether they have mold or whether they have wind damage, right? There's so much of that going on right now.
Yeah, there is.
So drone demand and pilots are exploding right now, and the pricing of drones are being extremely affordable. I mean, I remember just a few years ago, there were thousands and thousands of dollars to get a nice one.
Yeah.
Now you can buy one for $800 and it shoots 4K. It's crazy.
Yeah. Technology, it's always evolving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I really like your logo.
Thank you.
Yeah. So did you pay somebody to do that, or did you come up with that?
No, I made it myself, actually.
Yeah. It looks really good. So good job on that. I don't mean to just dive down on that, but
no, yeah.
yeah. So it's now. Have you already started building your portfolio?
Yeah. So I've done a few shoots already. Like I said, I'm trying to work on my craft right now, so I'm trying to take as much photographs as I can. I'm not a photographer by trade or anything. So I would say I'm a salesman by trade. So I'm trying to take off my sales hat and my marketing hat and start doing more photography and videography and video editing and photo editing and that sort of thing. And like I said, graphic design. So I'm just trying to work on that right now. I'm not an expert in any stretch of the word. So I'm trying to focus on all those things.
But you're passionate, and that is half the battle. So, it's one of the things I was trying to teach my class recently, where I actually have someone who had a really good idea, but he wasn't passionate about it. I mean, it was a really good idea, well thought out. He was, head and shoulders above anybody else in doing planning and research and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it was ready, literally, it was almost packaged and ready to go. And when I was sitting and talking to him about it this week, I said, but you're not passionate about it. He goes, well, no, I actually have this other idea. I've been working on this. Well, I'm like, scrap everything you've done and go with what you're going to be passionate about, because leverage the free resources at CSU while you can.
Yeah.
And he was like, really, I can do that? I said, yeah, you can do that. So yeah, in fact, you two should get together. I would love to. He isn't doing anything in the videography space, but what you do could benefit what he's going to be doing.
You reminded me, the place that has the videography, is it AC or what's the place down the street? BCAC, yeah. Do you know about that?
Yeah, me and Tim talk about it all the time. He's like, we just go in there and borrow some of their equipment and use their drones and use their lenses and all this stuff. I think I might
have backdrops and stuff like that.
Yeah. I know I do want to maybe I definitely need to do some more research and go in there and see what they can offer. But I know as far as lenses, because I only have one lens, and obviously for the amount of variation of videos and photos that I'm doing, I need more variety as far as lenses. So maybe that's a good spot to research and see if they have a certain lens that would work for me.
All right. Thank you very much, Ken. Thank you, Eva. We need to cut this out. I'm going to jump on another 10 o'clock webinar that's being put on by GoBiz today and GoBiz California and Grow with Google. But I want to thank everyone for showing up, spending your time. Maxwell, that was an awesome presentation. Thank you for sharing your passion about what you want to do and showing people that when you have an idea and you put your mind to it, it can get done. It just takes one step at a time. So please bring someone else with you next week. Bring cousin Bob, neighbor Bob, auntie Bob, Bobby. Bring them along. And we want to say thank you to our sponsors, Kent, and our new sponsors, Explore Butte County and Build.com. Thank you guys so much for joining and jumping on board with 1 Million Cups in the Chico chapter. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Eva, for showing up today. And we will see you guys next week. Remember, go out there and be awesome today.
Be awesome. Thank you, Matt.
See you guys next week.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.